Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. But now today is my greatest pleasure to introduce our leader, and she is someone that is a best example of, just going through anything that can happen to us and still rising above, all the obstacles that we find in our life, and then also even just staying grounded. I mean, just staying grounded to, our mentor, Robert Hollis, and doing exactly what he says. Now, she is here for each and every one of us, with her, big heart and her brightest smile. Well, today I want to introduce you to the top earner of Unlimited Profits, Melody Riba.
Thank you, Susan. Very well done. I just love you stepping up into that leadership position. I'm so proud of you and the growth that I'm seeing you get through Unlimited Profit. So very, very excited to be here. I love this time that we get to all come together as a team and our family and get to hang out and hear what's going on, how the growth is happening in our team. Make sure that everybody gets to meet all of the new members as we come along, and we're just here to really let you know, if you're somebody new, to connect with the rest of the team, because everybody is such a great support system. Everybody is learning from Robert, and he is the best example of support that we can be. So yeah, I just want to hear from you guys and hear what's going on, and see what's happening out in the field, and give the big pats on the back for the people that are working hard. And I know several of you have been reaching out and keeping me really busy on Google Hangouts, meeting new family members and all of that. So I'm real excited about that. I love that. I love the fact that I get to meet new people on the team all of the time. I am going to, I just want to remind everybody, there is a live link to join us live here posted. So you can go ahead and click on that and come on live. We can only get 10 people on here at a time. So after you guys share, if you can pop off onto the watch link again, that would be great. I am going to, I spent a little bit of time with Diane lately, and I know Diane's doing an amazing job. She's got 2 pros. Is that it? 2 pros now? Yay! So we're real excited about Diane. Things are starting to click, and Diane, will you come out and share with us what are you doing, and how are you benefiting from Unlimited Profits right now?
Hi, Melody. Hi, everybody. Actually, I am doing exactly what Scott tells me to do. I'm going out and making friends and sharing the experience, and I have insomnia, so I'm up in the middle of the night, and kind of does a good thing because I can get to talk to people in Australia, which is one of my pros that just came in, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat, and Unlimited Profits is just giving me that boost I needed for my self-esteem, and helping other people. And I just absolutely love it. It's just it's changed my way of thinking, and it's changed my life, and people are noticing.
That's exciting. Diane, let me ask you more specific. You say that people are noticing. What are they noticing with you?
They're noticing that I have my inner spirit has changed, that I seem to be more giving, more outgoing, a little more on the, I don't want to say friendly side, but I want to say it's helped my outlook. It's changed that.
There you go.
Yeah, my outlook.
Our mindset, that's what we're learning from Robert, is to change our mindset. I know that's one of the greatest things that I needed to do for myself. Yeah. And many of you know my story. You know how I was stuck in that trouble bubble. and I couldn't see out of it. I couldn't see past my woes. And that's what I needed to do. You know, when I heard Robert say, stop focusing on surviving and focus on thriving, I was like, well, how do I do that?
Me too.
Life sucked. I mean, to be honest, life really did suck. So how do you focus on surviving? I mean, how do you focus on thriving when you feel like you're treading water and just really trying to survive? Sometimes
Well,
daily, sometimes hourly.
yeah, I know what I had to do is that I was like drowning. I was absolutely drowning. And so what happened is I changed my mindset. I started doing the positive affirmations in the morning, positive affirmations at night, looking at my life instead of looking at it as a negative. I turned it over and started looking at it as a positive. You know, that, and people coming into my life, like Scott came into my life 2 times. You know, first time I wasn't ready and open-minded to look for it, and the second time he had just made triple diamond, and I sent him a thing that said congratulations, and he said, are you ready yet? And I said yes.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the things that we're going to talk about today, understanding that people need to be in the right place at the right time. And you really can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So thank you so much, Diane, for sharing with us. Let's see, Danielle, you want to come out and say something? I know you always have something to say.
Yeah, I've been really focusing on the day 8, getting people results, getting the results, and you know, it's kind of going back to today. You take our expectations, and if we're not getting results in a certain amount of time, our clock is ticking and we go backwards. And the same thing applies to people on our team. So hearing, you know, that Diane is getting results and things are turning around, how exciting for her to have that happening. You know what I mean? And knowing how to be coachable and trainable. Diane, I'm really happy that you have such a great mentor with Scott that's teaching you and you're paying attention, and I think that's so very important. And I encourage you, you know, because I'm doing the same thing. I'm transitioning from a full-time in another business, and I've put my heart into unlimited profits, and I'm kind of learning along the way how to adjust that. And I'm becoming more and more passionate every day of listening to every single word that Melody and Scott and Randy and Robert Jr. and some of the other leaders are sharing, because it's so impactful for us to go to be able to really go forward. So if you guys haven't listened to day 8 in a while, I really think that that's an important one to send people back to, Melody.
The GTR in the Pro Mentorship?
Yeah, GTR, yeah.
Get them results. Yeah, that's an excellent thing, because if you really truly want to help people, you here, and you want them to stick around to be able to see the results in their own life, you really do need to get them results.
Mm-hmm.
So really get good at point guiding and directing people to the videos and the different tools that we have that specifically speak to the problems, the little places that people are getting stuck. That's real. You have to know where those things are. Mm-hmm. You really do. And you know what I did is I kind of made myself a cheat sheet and I printed them out until I could really learn them. Mm-hmm. So that's, yep. See, there it is.
Yeah, Scott's got him. I need to do something like that too. Thanks for showing that, Scott. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And if you need that, I have that in a Word file. I sent that to Scott.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to have that, because I think that, you know, it's just like when I'm talking to people, I show them that I have a war board. A lot of people don't have what I have, but I have all my IMs up here that Robert has us, and some important statements and my whys are up there. They're written down in my own handwriting, but they're also there visibly kind of in my face all day long. I'm kind of turned away from my desk right now because the lighting's different. But you know, and is to have that cheat sheet. Yeah, it helps because it starts coming through in our vocabulary, and I'm hearing that. I'm real big on words and vocabulary and things, and I'm hearing that more and more from everybody, and I get excited because it's clicking with me too. The more we're bouncing off each other when we're talking or helping each other, and we're referring each other back to different parts of the training, and I love it if we're talking to somebody that's already in and their mind clicks because they remember. Do you remember when Robert says this in this day's training? Go back and listen to that one. And one other thing I wanted to add really quick is the training team call that Robert did with Scott the other day. Anybody that's listening here on the team, if you've not listened to that call, I suggested to everybody on my personal team, drop everything else you're doing and go listen to that training call about 8 minutes in. And he pretty much, and Randy kind of said this so well, he pretty much took all the days and cram-packed them into one. There is almost, in everything he said, there's a nugget from every single day training. And I've already listened to it 3 times in the last couple of days. It was that valuable.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we've talked about that, and Scott, that was truly an incredible team call. And now some people are probably going, well, how come I didn't know about that call? Well, our teams are growing. Our family's growing so fast that Scott does a team call for his team on Monday, but you guys are all welcome to join in on that. You can always find the link on Mondays at 10:30. Is it 10:30 a.m., Scott? 10:30 a.m. on his Google page. So if you go to Scott's Google page, you'll always see it there. And that's another thing I want you guys to do is I know many of you here, we're sending the links out to you for you to come on to this team call. I want you to understand and start learning how to find your way here without us going through a whole big list of people and shooting it out to everybody, because we are growing so fast. So if for some reason you don't get a link on Thursday for our team hangout, know that you can go to my Google Plus page and find the event link there. Okay? That's real important for us to all be able to start being self-sufficient in finding the links to the trainings, knowing where to go to the Monday taprooting live calls, what to go to the Tuesday overview, to go to the Wednesday Q&A, being able to find those things on our own, because as your teams grow, you're going to need to be able to point, guide, and direct them. So it's really, really important that you don't have to rely on somebody else to give you that information all of the time. Thank you so much, Danielle. Yes, get them results is very, very important. If you're not getting results yourself as of yet, and I know a lot of you are brand new, and that's okay, focus on working on yourself first, and the rest will fall into place. But tell your diamond leader, make sure you connect with your diamond leader, your black diamond leader, and get a game plan for yourself to get you on the right track to achieving the goals that you want for yourself, and really get someone into them so you can get those results for yourself. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that? Another thing I wanted to touch on is results aren't necessarily always just going to show up in our paychecks here. I've seen so many results in my life personally, in myself, and I joke with Scott all the time because Scott knew me way back when, Doug knew me way back when. There are so many things in my life that I mean, I really hardly recognize myself, quite honestly, because I'm changing with that personal growth that I'm getting from Unlimited Profits. So we see the results there. We see it. I see it in my personal relationships. I see it in being able to relate to other people, more importantly, my own children. That's been awesome. In my own attitude and my own perspective in life, and I'll tell you guys, and I haven't said this to gosh, I don't know if I've said this with anybody. I know Doug and I have talked about this. Maybe I shared it with Danielle, or Randy, but this last week when I was gone, I was put in a situation where, I don't have a close relationship with my own siblings for whatever reason. Just I've tried and tried and it never happened. And I was told by my mom when we were visiting my parents up in Yosemite Lakes Park that my sister was coming to visit. Well, that had been a disaster in the past, and Scott knows because Scott was there with me visiting, and it turned into being a horrible, horrible disaster, a real, just not a good experience and not healthy for my parents. And so when my mom said, your sister is going to come and visit, I was scared. I was nervous. I just thought, I don't want this trip to be like that last one. The last one was so bad that Scott and I took about 5.5 hours to get to my parents' house. And we just got there. It was 11:30 at night. Things went all kinds of bad. And I told Scott, pack up, we're leaving. And Scott's going, what? We just got here. That's how bad it was. So when I heard my sister was coming, I thought, oh no. But you know what? I've changed since that last time. I've been changing my mindset, how I think, how I portray myself. It's different now. So that was such an awesome and healing time for us. It was a great time, and it was great. It was good for my parents. It was good for us. And Doug, I mean, he just couldn't stop talking about how wonderful it went. So that it was, this helps in so many different areas of our life. So really take that in and realize that we're benefiting in so many different ways with this training and mentorship. It's not all going to show up in our paycheck. Okay? Go ahead, Susan. Do you want to add something?
Yes, I want to add that I was going through it too slow, like one a month, and I kind of regressed back. So, well, I got into it like a depression and everything. So it's there for us, and we need to use it daily. I thought I was good, and I would just do motivation, kind of like, in the morning, and then I even got away from that. But you can't get away from it because you find yourself slipping, and ours is one of the best out. I just, like Danielle, you were saying, get them results. That's where I stopped just before that, and that was the next one. And the minute I did that, sun started shining.
That's awesome. And I think it was Robert Hollis Jr. that shared last night on the Q&A a quote from Zig Ziglar saying that, gosh, I don't even know where I wrote it. Motivation is like taking a shower. We need to do it daily, right? We need to be feeding our minds positive things every single day, because so much negative happens in life. So if you can feed yourself, fuel yourself to keep yourself in the right mindset, you're going to be all the better for it. So thank you so much for sharing with us. Let's see, Dina, I see your beautiful face there. Do you want to share something with us?
Oh, you guys have got everything really covered. Personal development is really key. You've got to work harder on yourself than you do your job, because if you don't, it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure it was Robert Hollis that mentioned that if you're in an airplane and it goes to crash, you've got to put the oxygen on yourself first. Because if you don't, you can't save or help anybody else. So Susan is absolutely correct. You've got to plug into that daily training every single day. You just got to. You've got to be the example you want your team to follow. Otherwise, you're not successful. That's all I really got to offer. And as far as the list of the daily training, I did put a list together as well. It includes every bit of the training in that back office. So anyway, you guys are doing fabulous. I am so proud to be a part of this team. You guys are just freaking awesome. And and I'm proud of the growth that each and every one of us are gaining from this platform and from each other, because that's key. We need each other to grow.
Absolutely, and thank you. But don't go away yet, because I have a question for you.
Sure.
Now, I have the benefit of doing this full time. So, and my kids are no longer at home, so I don't have to take care of children. I have my dog and my cat, but that's about it. So I'm pretty free to do this all the time. I know that you're going to school, you've got other things going on, so you have a limited amount of time. So how do you find a balance for yourself to be able to maintain a certain level of success?
Well, one thing, my college is almost done, and I'm really grateful that I've learned so much that I have, and I'm more excited about the fact I'm finally coming to the end of that. But I just try to find a little bit of balance, you know, between my homework. You know, I don't watch TV, so I've got all the extra time that most people waste watching TV and programs, and I use that time for personal development or reaching out to new people. You know, I try to balance that out as much as possible. I do go through Facebook and look at different posts. I try to keep up with welcoming new people to the groups and stuff. But I might do that like every other day sometimes. I'll put something in its place, like more personal development, or reaching out to more people, or adding my energy into the group, letting people know that we're there for them and we're excited that they are a part of this program. So everybody's different. My mindset, you know, I've been working on personal development since back 2010. So I know the value on working on yourself, and you have to check in with yourself all the time. What are you thinking? You know, if you're not feeling too great about how your day's going or your productivity, think about what you're really thinking about. Because sometimes we're thinking about stuff that happened 5 weeks ago, 2 days ago, that are irrelevant to what is going on in this now. So take the time out to check in with yourself, because if you're not in a gratitude or attitude of gratitude, then you're just kind of like going in a circle. So check in with yourself. Say, hey, how am I feeling? Talk to yourself as you are your best friend. How are you feeling today? What can we do differently? What can we do to raise this energy, this vibration? That way you can be a ripple effect to everybody else around you.
Wow, very well said. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. You should be doing these calls.
I will one of these days, as soon as everything kind of opens up. You know, I was supposed to go 2 more years with college, but the universe rearranged it to where I'm settling for an associate's degree, which I'm okay with that, because I've gained a lot of information, and it's time to share it with other people. So here real soon you will see me more often.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. So we're so glad to have you as part of our family. You are just an incredible addition, and I always learn so much from you when you speak and when we talk on the phone and get to spend time together. So thank you so much, Gina, for sharing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, every one of you, especially you, Melody. You're like the light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of people that didn't know that people like you existed. So thank you for being such a great blessing to us all.
Thank you. Wow. Oh my. So, gosh, how do I even talk now? I'm gonna go ahead and just pass this off to Doug. Doug, do you have anything you want to share with us today, Mr. Diamond Doug?
Yes. Yes, I want to edify you, Melody, and say that you are always there for myself and everyone else that reaches out, that you schedule your day completely around helping everyone else before you are even working on your uh, priorities of building. You're always helping everybody else build. And I'm thankful as well as I am sure everybody else is. I want to say that Robert Hollis, Senior and Junior, are both the same way. I have had the pleasure of knowing Senior for about almost a little over 15 years and Junior for almost 15 years. And they both have just been instrumental in all the businesses that I have been able to work with them. They have constantly fed me little nuggets along the way and kept me in the loop all the time. A pay it forward mentality has always been there, and they are just wonderful people to have as friends and friendships. Um, yeah, I can't thank them enough for just pulling me along the whole time. That's about all I have to say today.
Well, thank
And
you.
I want to say that when Melody and I were on the trip last week, that while we were driving along, Melody was reading out loud to me The Science of Getting Rich. So even though we weren't on the calls or the videos, we were still filling our brains. So
Yep.
yeah, it's wonderful having these get-together meetings and seeing everybody's smiling faces, and I enjoy this weekly get-together. Thank you very much, Melody.
Thank you, Doug. And I do have to touch on that a little bit. I kind of almost lost my thought. Oh God, I'm having a senior moment. When Doug was saying that, gosh, oh well, it'll come back. It'll come back. Thank you so much.
It's okay, Melody. We still love you.
Gosh, of all times to do that, it was so important. I wanted to touch on that. But oh yes, I remember now. So that pay it forward mentality that Robert teaches, or that he really does teach that by example. He leads by example, and he has this gift. Robert has this gift of making everybody feel like they are the one and only, the only special person in his life. And I'm seeing that, I've seen this with other people. I've noticed this with my husband in the past, and it really is a gift. So if we can all kind of focus and really make sure that when we're going to talk about relationship marketing in a minute, but when we're talking to people, when we're sharing with people, when we're spending time getting to know others, to really try to take on that attribute of being able to be that person that makes others feel important. And my mind just keeps going back to the same quote by Maya Angelou that says people will forget what you say and they'll forget what you do, but they'll remember how you. And that's real pertinent when it comes to relationship marketing, and that is the subject of our call today. I see Nikki here. Nikki, do you have anything to share? You're muted, sweetie. I mean, oh, no, I'm sorry. Gail. Gail, can you unmute yourself? If you put your cursor at the top of the screen here, you'll see where the microphone is. And I can't see that.
No, you guys said it all. Like, I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm just happy to be part of this family.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and I really look forward to getting to spend more time with you and getting to know more about you, as I'm sure the rest of our team does. So I want to encourage everybody, as you see people, new people growing, as we're growing and they're joining us on these calls, to reach out to them on social media, on Facebook, and you know, really connect with one another, because we are one big family. So reach out to one another, and you know, you're all going to be just as blessed as I am, because I get to surround myself with positive, like-minded people that just lift me up. How can I not want to be here every week? I get to hear all kinds of great people talk about me. That is just, it just makes me blush. It's so hard. It's so hard to get used to, but it's fabulous. So Gail, we want to welcome you to our family, and we want you to know that we are all here to support you in any way that we can. So don't ever hesitate to reach out to us, and let us know how we can help you. Okay, because we want to get you results. All right.
That's not a problem.
Well, good. And I'm going to ask each one of you, after you have shared, if you could pop onto the watch link, so other people, because I know there are a lot of other people on there trying to get on. I know Jackie tried for a while here. I could tell by the look on her face when she popped on. She's going, oh, finally it clicked in. So I'm going to ask you guys if you could watch on the watch link and then come back if something else pops up. You know, if you can do that. And Scott, can you post the watch link in the chat here on the sidebar? If you guys open the chat box on the far left of this screen, if you're on the participation link, you can see a little blue square that has lines on it. If you click on that, it'll open up all the messages being posted there. So awesome. So let me see. Mr. Scott Kloster, what's going on? I know you've got a lot of growth going on there. You've been busy, keeping me all booked up every single day.
Nothing much, just you know, staying busy. If anybody wants that link from this Monday, I'll go and I'll shoot you the link. So I'll put it in the chat box, or you can message me personally, and I'll send that link to you guys. So, you know, I'm excited. You know, Marcus, we got Gail, everybody on the team. You know, it's all about going back to the training, and I just went back to the training on day one again, and I'm going to re-listen to it, because it takes me a while for information to sink in. So I'm just going to keep watching the training and keep going over it, and still looking for my 20 new people each day, because, you know, I'm looking for new people as well. So, and I want to also say, Melody, thanks for not just helping me in the business, always being positive and being my friend as well, because that's really what I needed. And a lot of times, guys, I would get mad at Melody, but, you know, I love her to death, and I appreciate her so much. So thank you, Melody. I love you very much. And I'm looking forward to each and every one of you passing up me and Melody on the scoreboard. Me and her are number 1 and 2, but you guys can always pass us up too. So I just want to go and say that.
We definitely want to see that. You know, we are not competition. We're here to help you guys, and if we have to pull you up and push you and help you get up there, we want to see that happen for you guys. It's fabulous to see how everybody is growing. And Scott, when I think about the person that I know that has had the most growth, it's you. It's you, buddy. I'm so proud of you. And you know, I am truly blessed to have you in my life. And for those of you who don't know, Scott is like my son. We've known each other for about 7 years, and you know, he's gone through a lot of things with me. He knows a lot of what I've gone through in the past. So being able to recently we just went out and celebrated our success here with Unlimited Profits, and Doug and I went and picked up Scott and took him out, and we celebrated, and it was a blast. And that's one of the things I have to say that I don't like about Google Hangouts, because we see each other so much on Google Hangouts. We don't often take the time to be able to see each other in person. So that was a fabulous time, and thank you, Scott, because I know how hard you're working. And so you're saying that you talk to at least 20 new people a day?
At least. And I can go through it quick now.
Right. Practice makes permanent, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk a little bit here. I want to hear from Jackie and Randy a little bit, and then I'm just going to go real quick through some information because I don't want to keep you guys too long. Thank you so much for sharing, Scott. You are an inspiration to me and so many others, and your leadership skills are just so wonderful. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for the people that get you to help them. That's great. So, Mr. Charming, Randy Spong, come on out and talk to us.
Brother. Oh my gosh.
I'm bad.
Yes, it's not too often I have my sidekick, but she's off today, and I'm proud and happy to have her by my side because she's always been beside me, supported me, and but I wanted to get back a little bit to a lot of people don't know when I met, well, when I found out about Unlimited Profits, actually before I found out about it, what was going on, Beth and I were at the GoPro show in Vegas. We were training one day, and Eric Worre said, okay, work on somebody else, so I spun around. The first face I see is Scott Kloster. The very first face I see is Scotty. And we kind of nod, okay, here we go. So we worked on each other and laughed a little bit and stuff. And naturally, Doug and Melody were there behind us, and that's when our life changed. We didn't know it. It was going to change. It changed in about 2 weeks after that. But I wanted to get back. Danielle and I were on this morning for about an hour. And I was, our granddaughter had surgery today at Children's Hospital on her teeth, and Beth went with our daughter and took her up. So that was on my mind a little bit this morning. I stayed home. And Barb, me and Barb and Danielle were on a three-way Google this morning. Barb was a little down. Her husband's had some health issues lately, Steve. She was a little sad. I was a little sad. And Danielle took both of us and went pop. And God bless Danielle. So we talked about Robert jumping on Scotty's team call on Monday. And I said, have you watched it yet? She goes, yes, I've almost watched it 3 times. I said, I've watched it 3 times. And I've backed it up several times because I have the same thing as Scott. I have to back it up and start over because my mind starts to wander. But as I told Danielle this morning, that's where she kind of got that from. I said, he took all the 23 days and he put them all together. And pop, 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 pop. And I couldn't believe it. I sent that out to my entire team. I'm not sure if all of them watched it. Barb told me she'd be watching it before she got on here tonight, so I hope she did. If not, we're going to have to get the board out of the principal's office and do some swinging. But she knows I'm kidding. But it got me going again, got me my brain working again because it's been a little flat lately, which it happens to all of us. We're human beings. Susan said it. You go when you start going back, when you get out the good habits, and I want you to get in some bad habits, and all you gotta do is pop in one of Robert's videos, and here we go. But watching that Monday, because Melody reached out, she sent me a text. You've got to watch Scott's. I don't know if she gave me the link. She probably gave me the link. You've got to watch this. You got to watch this. Okay. I don't know, maybe half hour later, I watched it and I was like, OMG. So if anybody that's on here tonight has not watched that, Scotty posted it, I think. She has not watched it. Well, she's been working. She's been working. So I'll let her slide.
Going to surgery, you know.
I'll let her slide a little bit. But anyway, I know what she's going to say when she watches it. So that's about all I got to say. God bless you, Melody. If other people don't know, my very first Google Hangout with Melody, she got Robert on with me and Beth. And 2 days later, Junior sent me a personal message saying, if anything comes up, Melody can't help you or she's booked, please reach out to me. And that's for anybody that's on here. I'm telling you, they're there for us. No, we've been through several trainings, spent several $1,000s on training over the last year, 15 months, and I guarantee you won't find what we have. There's no way, Jose. All right. So, you have anything to add?
No, that pretty much took care of it.
Usually she talks all the time, but tonight she's not. But anyway.
No, I will contest though that I did, even though I'm not doing very much as far as prospecting, you know, right now, I did start going through the print training, Robert's training again. So, you know, I want to, you know, I keep doing that, you know. I mean, I have an hour drive to work and back every day. So it's like I have plenty of time to listen. So, and you know, it was funny because you know how you said that Doug said about you guys when you were driving, you were reading a book, you know, to him. It was funny because last summer we were on our way home from Tennessee from a meeting, and I was reading Robert's book to read. Wow.
It was audio book.
It was audio. It was funny though because I mean that's the only time we had to do it.
I said, too bad it's not in Robert's voice.
Yeah.
Because you know, with his personality and stuff. But yeah, we listened to it on the way home from Tennessee. When wow. So hey, we're gonna get off so somebody else get on. Love you, Melody. Thank you much.
Thanks, Melody.
Thank you guys. Love you too. You guys are such a blessing to this team. I'm so proud of you guys. And I'm so excited for you guys and seeing the changes in your lives and just I think about the first time that you realized you had a check in your back office, Randy, and the look on your face was just phenomenal. You didn't even know it was there, and we had you look in the back office on one of these team hangouts.
Doug.
Yeah, Doug, the instigator. So we're excited for you guys that you are getting results. And so thank you so much for sharing. Jackie, do you have anything you want to say? And you know, I noticed Marcus is gone. Marcus, I'm going to ask if you're watching, please come back. I want to hear from you too. Jackie?
All I know is I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And I love this program. I tell you, I had Robert yesterday for a testimonial. I had a good 45 minutes to myself, and I'll tell you what, just look to the right, look to the left, because the people you are with right now, we are going to the top, and we're going to bring whoever wants to come with us. That is no lie. They are here for us. Melody, you're wonderful. You have, I mean, text me every day, and I feel like, oh, when I feel down, I'm like, Melody, if she comes, she texts me. And Scott, I mean, you know, you're there for me, and I can tell that. Randy, I mean, he's beautiful. And, sorry. But anyway, I love you guys.
Well, I was just hoping maybe, Jackie, you could be a little more excited. A little more passionate.
All right.
Miss
I love that. This is a great program, and people are starting to realize this little by little. There's leaders out there that don't realize that what has really hit them. That this is going to catapult whatever you're doing, whether it's self-improvement, whether it's your business, it's going to take it to another level, and you're going to reach your goals, and you're going to get the dreams. You're gonna be able to reach the dreams that you've looked out there for.
Absolutely. So, Jackie, I have a quick question for you before you meet yourself there. I know you're fairly new with us, and I know that you were able to hit diamond pretty quick. How long did it take you to become diamond?
Maybe 6 days, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Not very long.
And so, Jackie, let everybody know. Do you have a job?
Yes, I do. I'm a registered nurse, and I have a job. And anybody who knows about nursing, it's difficult. It's very involved, and it takes a lot of life out of you.
You work long hours.
I
right?
do. I do. I work all the time.
And you still found time to listen to the training and share it with enthusiasm and hit the rank of diamond in 6 days.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
So proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you might need to work on that enthusiasm.
And it basically is because of what Robert has given us. Really. Right. I mean, there is nothing like this on the planet that has for this is so futuristic, it's not even funny. Because meaning that we have this program all in one, training and mentorship that people pay tens of thousands of dollars for. And Robert is literally just giving us that, plus his personal touch. That's priceless. And when you get that pop, you're done. Stick a fork in me, I am cooked.
That's right. And you know, I've been kind of joking with a few people lately, and you know that when we start getting those pops, I said, you know, we're kind of like a family of Rice Krispies, you know, snap, crackle, and pop. It starts going off in our brains, and things start happening, and it's amazing. Robert has got such a tremendous effect and a way of delivering the information to us, which is like nobody else. So we're so happy to have you as part of the family. Thank you so much for joining us.
And I thank God for you, and I thank God for the other friends, all the people. I feel like I know you, and thank you so much, Melody. Appreciate this.
Love you, dear. Love you. So I'm going to ask you, Jackie, if you could pop on the watch things. There might be somebody else wants to pop on real quick, and I want to end this, but I have some stuff I want to share with you guys today. So, Marcus, I see your picture there. Come on out and talk to us. Welcome to our family. This is your first team call with us, and I have to say I'm really impressed by you.
Thank you. I'm impressed by you.
Well, within hours, I think within hours seeing the program, you became a pro, and you had already had your interview done with Robert before I even knew it the next day.
Oh, because honestly, I was beasting. Like, that's just slang for I was ready to go. Some of those questions, like, I actually had for Robert way before I joined. So I was excited. And, you know, before we actually even did the interview, like, he was coaching me before. He was telling me what to do. We was laughing. It was incredible. Like, it was unlike an experience I ever had. Like, I thought it was going to be totally different. And it was just real easy. Like, he was just answering every single question, you know. Like, if you look at the video, you can see that I was shy, and he just was elaborating and asked me to say it again. So I just love Robert for that. And then Scott too. Scott's my brother from the West Coast. Scott was like, "Hey Marcus, do you want to meet Robert Hollis?" I'm like, "Sure." So, you know, the first time I seen Robert in the Google chat, it was like, "Oh yeah, I have to get started. It has to happen now." You know, like what Jackie just said, diamond in 6 days, that was amazing. What Jackie just said, you know, this training, you know, is really for $100, and you bring 2 people, this is amazing, you know, because like a person like me with my finances right now, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So that's why I just want to take advantage of it. And, you know, I thank you, Melody, for having this platform and, you know, just putting everything together. Thank you. I can't thank everybody enough. Thank you, because this is honestly what I was looking for.
So, well, I want everybody to know, you know, reach out to Marcus, friend him, support him, and he's a sharp guy. You guys are going to see this guy at the top. I'll tell you that right now. He's already putting me on Google Hangouts. He's brand new. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but he's got his goals and stuff on his board behind him there, just like Danielle did, just like Scott does. Clue.
Oh, you know,
if you're
like,
not writing down your goals, you need to do that.
oh yeah, the next time that we do the Google chat, like I'm gonna do it on my phone. So like I can move around my house, but it's literally when people come here, they think I'm a psychopath. Like my mother thinks I'm crazy. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Like it looks like I'm building a bomb. It's like yellow pictures. It's stuff in the bathroom. You know, on my bathroom door, like it says no more $6 and $10 problems. You know, so like I just always remind myself of like what I have to do. And then Scott sent me a picture of his whiteboard, which I have one, but it's way too big, and it's been sitting on my terrace for like a year. So, but like I started doing this. Like I got like this big thing, and you know, this is the 3 boxes. I'm about to start putting it right here. So, you know, like it could be like a lot of peer pressure of people looking at my numbers and seeing if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So, yeah, I'm just ready to go. I'm excited.
Well, some people work better with being, you know, with that accountability, and that's one of the things that you guys are finding from me. I'm not the type of person to call you up and say, okay, well, what were your numbers today? How many people did you talk to? Why didn't you share your link with more people? I'm not that person. But I am here to support you. And if you need that from somebody, you need to let us know. If that's what's going to help you, if that's what's going to push you, then you need to let us know. Real quick, gosh, our team is growing so fast. We're running out of time here. Thank you so much, Marcus, for sharing. And again, guys, you're going to want to friend this guy. You're going to want to friend this guy. But, you know, and I want to point out, Marcus already knew Robert Hollis. Clue? When Marcus talked to Scott, he already knew Robert Hollis. He was already following him. He already knew, liked, and trusted him. Yeah. So he was ripe and ready to go.
Oh yes, Scott.
So where can we find people that already know Robert Hollis? Think about it, guys.
Robert Hollis's page.
There you go. So okay, well, I'm gonna pass this along, and I'm just gonna ask Barb, can you share with us real quick what's going on? It's good to see you, sweetie. I know that you've been dealing with a lot with Steve and taking care of him. And can you please let us know how are things going there? You've got our love and prayers here.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I know prayers work, and I really so thankful for all of your prayers. He's doing a lot better, and he got his wheelchair back, and I wanted to tell Randy I did watch that hangout, so and it was really great. I made Steve watch it too.
Him, and can you please let us know? Doug, give yourself, please. You've got our love and prayers here.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I know prayer.
We're having a little bit of technical issues. We need a couple people muted. Otherwise, we get that feedback. There we go. Okay, I was trying to do it and couldn't. So, yeah, I'm so glad things are starting to work out for you there. I know that takes a lot of time and energy when you're caring for somebody. And when it feels like there's nothing we can do, I just pray. You know, we feel helpless sometimes. We want you to know that we're here supporting you, even when you can't be here.
Yes, I thank you so much. We really feel your prayers, and and I wanted to tell Randy because I was on here. When I went to get back on the thing, my computer, the internet went down for some reason. Then when I came back, it said it was full again. Then I went back, and then I finally got on. But I thought, well, that's kind of typical how things are going this week.
Well, we are growing. We are growing. So
Yeah.
there are so many people we're trying to rotate. That's why we asked, after you guys have shared with us, if you could just pop off. I do want to open it to George. George and I just spoke together. We just had a real nice personal chat. And I can't tell you, you know, and I just got through telling George this. George holds a very special place in my heart. And I kind of think of him as like one of my kids too. So, George, will you come out and share a little bit with us? I mean, just in like a minute, because we're running out of time, but I want people to know you. I want them to understand what a spectacular young man you are. And I'm just touched by you and your bravery and your strength and your courage and your passion for life and making that happen for yourself. So will you share just a moment with us?
Okay. Well, what do you want me to share? Or what should I share?
Well, how important, I mean, I found it when we were talking that you were sharing with me that you have a passion for your life. You have a why. Now, I know I talk to a lot of people that are my age or older that have never identified their why.
Okay, so I've identified my why, and it's something that has been with me ever since I was a little kid, but I never found a way to express it, and now I found a way to express it. Now I'm going for it. When we discover our why, we just go for it, no matter what. And I don't know, it's just very important to discover our why. It'll help us go to where we want to go, no matter what. And I literally mean no matter what. And my hero said this one time. He said, you know, the homeless people who are under the bridges, when you go ask them why are they living there, none of them will ever tell you it's because they followed their heart. None of them will ever tell you that. So the only way to end up not under the bridge is to follow your heart.
Wow.
So discover our why, go for it, leave fear behind, and enter the unknown and go for it. And the universe will take care of you.
Thank you. George, can I ask you, did you ever write your why down?
Yeah, I wrote it down. That's how I discovered it. You have to write down everything that comes out of your head. You write down everything, your goals, your dreams. And it took me, I don't want to scare you guys, but it took me like 70 days to do this. Every single day I'm writing in my journal, writing down what it is I want my life to look like. Who am I? What am I all about in this life? I just write it down, and it's like so many papers, and then I summed it all down, and then that is how I discovered my why.
Wow. Excuse me. Yeah, I know that I would message you, and it was like a month later, and you said, because we had already talked about your game plan, and you're writing your why down and putting it where you can see it, and more than a month later, I got a message from you, and you said, I'm working on my why, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, well, how long is that going to take? Right? But now, after talking to George, I understand, and I want you guys to understand that our why will change. Maybe it won't even change, but maybe you'll have new things to add to your whys. And I'll tell you, if your why doesn't have an emotional attachment, it's not going to keep you driven. you probably won't achieve your goals. So, excuse me, make sure that your why is written down and you have an emotional attachment to that. And I like to tell everybody, and I know, Scott, you hear me say this all the time. Marcus, I know you've heard me say this several times, but once you write your why down, really memorize it and sit back and think about how it's going to make you feel when that happens. How are you going to feel when you achieve that why? Are you going to feel relieved? Are you going to feel excited? Are you going to feel free? What is it that, how is it going to make you feel? So anyways, thank you so much, George, for sharing with us, and you know I believe in you, and I'm here to support you every single step of the way. I'm really kind of proud of you. Really proud of you, because I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people that really don't have the guts to go for it. They're not driven. And I know you're going to achieve what it is you're going for. So thank you for sharing with us. I'm going to share some of my thoughts and my subject for today that we haven't even gotten to yet, and we're running out of time, so I'm going to try to go through these thoughts real quick. Today I wanted to talk about relationship marketing and how we view people. I keep having the same conversations with many of you, and I'm finding that, especially when you come into Unlimited Profits, and if you're in a situation where you need to make money now, we tend to view people as a paycheck. We tend to view people as a raise, as a credit card. And until we can lose that mentality, guys, and just realize we have one of the greatest gifts there is. Robert has given us this gift. He spent tens of thousands of dollars on working on himself, learning from top professionals in the world. And then he put that together and reached back down into his wallet and pulled out hundreds of thousands of dollars and built this platform we know as Unlimited Profits and Success in Minutes. And then he turned around and he gave it to us as a gift, so we can turn around and give it to others. And in the process, help him train, inspire, and mentor 1 million people for free, changing lives all over the world. So we have to keep the mentality that this is a gift and we are not salespeople. I can't stress this to you enough. It took me a while to get this. But if we're seeing people, if we're viewing people as a $50 raise, you're not going to succeed, I promise you. You're not. So we need to, really hone in on what is it that Robert is teaching us. He's teaching us relationship marketing. What is relationship marketing? It's very simple, guys, and I just use Facebook to do it. I chat with people through text, Messenger, on Facebook. I have conversations with them, asking them about their family, their occupation, their recreation, their motivation. I use form for every single conversation I have. Every time they say something about themselves or their lives that they are dissatisfied with, I make a mental note of it. And all of those things that they tell me are hot buttons. I know how to give them a solution for those areas that they're dissatisfied with by pointing to Unlimited Profits and Robert's mentoring. So we must not see them as a paycheck. We must see them as somebody that we can help. Now, this is going to be very difficult for people that are here just to make money, but I'll tell you, I see everybody on our team. I know each one of you personally, and I'm finding that maybe it's the law of attraction. We're attracting the people that we are, we're here because we want to help people. So we're finding these people that working with each other that have a common goal in wanting to help others. So Robert says all the time, you know, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should be listening twice as much as we're speaking. So when you're talking to people, don't be thinking, well, how fast can I get them my link? How fast can I get them to go through the training? How fast can I get them in my leads? Stop it. Just stop. Think about, what can I offer them that's going to make a difference in their life? Relate to something that they're struggling in or where they've, yeah, me too. I love it when I can say me too. Stuck in my network marketing business, me too. I remember when that was a problem. I don't tell them right away that why it's not a problem now, because in a normal conversation, they're going to say, well, how did you fix that? Then I point to Robert. Maybe I point and share the Unstuck videos, and I said, these really helped me. Maybe I'll share Robert's, you know, I rarely share my link right away at all. I share Robert's interview with Eric Worre. I share Robert's book. I share videos, maybe the Unstuck series. I share things that are valuable content, and they're not going to see me as a salesperson. That's the last thing I want to be. That's the last thing I want to appear as. Everybody else is out there doing that. They're all salespeople. What does Robert say all the time? Do something different than everybody else. Be the opposite. Do the opposite of what they're doing. What is everybody else doing? They're pitching us. They're pitching us. They're sending us their link. All they care about is getting their business to grow by pitching their links. They have no clue what they're doing online. But as soon as somebody does that, and I want to tell you guys, don't be afraid to ask somebody what they do. Don't be afraid to talk about their business with them. I know a lot of you are. As soon as they share their company, you know, I see Susan there cracking up. Because as Susan's going, oh no, how do I tell them no? Because Susan can't say no, and she's winding up buying stuff from everybody. So, and how many of us feel that way? So we're afraid to ask them about their business, but you know what is going to make you stronger? They're going to think, yeah, they're going to think that you're interested in their business, but it won't be long before they understand that you're just interested in them. So ask them, what is your business? Don't be afraid when they send you a link. How long have you been with that company? What's the easiest part about it? How successful are you? Who's teaching you? Right? And then I love to follow up. I love this to be my last question with them. What's the hardest part about building your business? Because I know they have a hard part. 97% of the people are failing out there. That's what the statistics are. So I can guarantee you 97% of the people, probably higher of the people that are hitting you up, are struggling in their company, are struggling in their business. I don't care what they're telling you, because if they're telling you they're not, they're lying. They're lying. So you have a solution now. What's the hardest part about building your business? And no matter what it is, you have a solution with Unlimited Profits. Why? Because Robert took this gift, all of that knowledge that he got, and he put it together. And now people, we can give it to people, that free training.
Well, you can tell me you went to sleep again?
Excuse me?
Huh?
I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Or Scott, can you do that for me? So now we have this gift with the free training that is basically Marketing 101 that's going to give them a firm foundation in which they can build their company on. Now they have half a chance of surviving, right? Now they can learn from somebody who is documented. And I want you guys to understand you need to be keeping this as simple as possible and stop being afraid. You can't, I'm getting excited here. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You just can't. Learn how to be the best promoter for our events. That's what's going to put money in your wallets. I'll tell you that right now. The person who's inviting people to watch the presentation the most, those are the people that are making the most money, and I think Scott here wins. Scott's winning right now. Why? Because he talks to more people. Because he cares about people. He doesn't see them as a paycheck anymore. Did he always do it that way? No. Did I always do it that way? No. Is it hard sometimes? Yes. But the more we do it, you know, like we were talking earlier, practice makes permanent. The more people we talk to, the better we get at it. Stop being afraid to pull the trigger and share some valuable information with them. Don't think, oh, I need to send them my link right away. Don't. Please, please, please don't. You're going to bury yourself. You're not going to be successful doing that. So learn to be the best promoter, putting people in front of an effective presentation, pointing to somebody that has success, sharing those amazing testimonial videos that we have. How hard is that? You know, I want you guys to understand when you're sharing the videos, when you're sharing Robert's interview with Eric Worre, you're giving something away of value. When you're sharing Robert's book, you're giving something away. You're giving away a gift. I want you to start using the word gift in your conversations with people. This is my gift to you. So now they're going to drop their guard and they're going to think, okay, well, they're not asking me to pay for anything. They actually gave me something. How many people are out there giving away stuff, especially anything valuable? So I want you to not be afraid to share what you're getting out of Unlimited Profits, how you're benefiting, the results that you're starting to see. If you don't have your own story yet, learn the stories. Facts tell, stories sell. Share stories. I don't care whose story. Share stories. Because you're not being a salesperson when you're telling results of somebody else. Right? So you're going to promote, you're going to invite, you're going to share stories. At what point do we welcome them to our group? After you ask. You know how we post welcome to the family and Unlimited Profits members in the free group? When we get a lead in our back office, please make sure you're asking them. I've friended and sent messages. Every time anybody on our team welcomes somebody, I send people messages, and oftentimes they have no clue what Unlimited Profits is. Be careful who you're talking to, because a lot of these people, if they're in other countries, they are coming in and they're just looking for a connection with people in the United States because for whatever reason they need a sugar mama or a sugar dada. Right? So, you know, really when you're sharing with people, you have to be edifying, Robert. You have to be edifying what this gift is that you're sharing with them. Because then I go and talk to them and go, I don't know what Unlimited Profits is. And they think I'm welcoming them to my family, and I'm going to bring them to the United States. Scary. So be very careful of who you're sharing with. And then welcome people to the group, but ask them, is it okay if I add you to our group? You know, connect you with Robert's group, with Unlimited Profits, and see all the support and growth that we're having. It's extremely important for you guys to be connecting these leads, whether they're going through the training or not. Do your best to get them to at least see the overview, but connect them with your diamond leader. Connect them with your sponsor but make sure you're using your diamond leader. If you don't know who your diamond leader is, find out who your black diamond leader is. Connect them with somebody who has the ability to answer questions, to point, guide, and direct them to where they need to go next. If you're not connecting them, they're not going to stay. They're not going to go through the training. They're not. I mean, a very small percentage will. But it's really important that we let them know what an amazing community we have here and what an amazing opportunity for them to get personally mentored by Robert Hall as somebody who is documented to have created all of those other successful people. So that's really kind of the short version of what I wanted to share with you. I know we've kept you long enough. I don't know if anybody else has anything that they want to share real quick. Add, if there's somebody that's watching that wants to pop on and say hello or let us introduce you to the team, make sure you do that in the next minute or two here. I'm going to go ahead and pass this back off to Susan. Susan, what are your thoughts on today's call? You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, what were my thoughts on
today's call? Any information? Is there anything you want to add?
Well, number one, George, I'm going to be reaching out to you because you touched, the button. It brought me to tears because I've been here for a while. I started taking it for granted, but hearing it made me realize how there's nothing like this on. There's nothing like this. Absolutely not. You can get like a scratch of it, that's about it. And when you were saying, people, no matter what they're giving on the back end is selling something, no matter what they give you. I don't care if it's an email or what, and it's still selling you something. So it's, what we have is so, so special. It's unbelievable. And the group that we have, I've got to admit, the group that we have is just unbelievable from all walks of life.
Yeah. All walks of life. Doesn't matter what age or race or where we're from or what country. It doesn't matter. Everybody has the same opportunity here, and we're here to help each and every one of them. Mark, I didn't get to you, and I see Alan has popped off again, so I don't know if Alan's still having technical difficulties, but Mark, do you have anything to share real quick? Mark, there you go.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry about that. I just want to get on here real quick and say hello to everybody and let them know that I'm here. And I've been listening to, and got a lot of nuggets from your thoughts, Melody, and a few other people. And I got a little one here. And I appreciate you being in Unlimited Profits, and I'm very excited. From the very first time I got on here, I was excited, and I still am. So thank you.
Well, we're excited to have you as part of our family, Mark. You are truly a blessing, and I love your why and your tenacity. So just reach out to us anytime. You can do that. Love you. Thank you. And I saw, Marcus, you popped back on here. Did you have anything you wanted to close with?
Yeah. As far as Mark, I heard your baby in the background. Like my daughter, she's over here rolling on the ground, so that's why I keep backing out and backing in because she's screaming. But I'm glad that she's not screaming right now. But when I went inside the other link to just watch what you was saying, the last 5 minutes of what you was just saying, I was just writing down everything. It was amazing, as far as getting people onto the calls and, following up with the leads and exactly what to say and, not being scared of, hey, what do you do? Or here's my link, because, in the beginning, I'll kind of try to tap dance around that subject or whatever. So yeah, like that was great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Marcus. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining our team call today. I'm sorry it went a little long, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to share, to let us know what's going on, to see if there's somewhere we can help you. You all know how to contact me. You all know how to contact Scott, Danielle, Randy, Susan. We've got some amazing, Diane and Dina. So reach out to us. Let us help you. You're not in this alone. You have our support. So if you don't use it, then it's all on you. All right, everyone. Thank you, and I hope each one of you have a really good evening, and I'll see you when I see you.
We'll see you on the Pro Show.
That's right. The Pro Show tonight. Be there. Be there, be there.
Thank you, Melody, thanks for the amazing job. We appreciate you. We love you.
Love you, too. Thank you.